Hi Aquarius, welcome back. Aquarius, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get started, alright? When I was meditating on the collective Aquarian energy and getting some channeled messages, like really clearly came through a song. And he says, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright. Not doing too good myself. I think it's Joe Cocker, if I'm correct, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That song is really interesting, right? Because it has this piano background and it's very uplifting, right? And he's saying, I'm doing all right, but I'm not doing too good myself. But yet, if you read the lyrics to it, it has a much deeper and a little bit of a dark tone to it. So go check out the lyrics to that song and let me know how that resonates with you. I found it really interesting that that song came up. But yeah, okay. So I get from that, Aquarius, what I'm getting from that, either way, even if the song doesn't resonate, is like there's this upbeatness going on within the Aquarian energy, but there's something underneath that where it's almost like, you know, when you have dark humor, or maybe when something kind of dark or deep is going on, but the way you cope with it is just to be like, yeah, I'm doing all right, you know, or like you treat it with a little bit of sarcasm, or somehow you find like the funny in it. I feel like that's what's going on with Aquarian energy right now. It's like, kind of finding the silver lining in whatever situation is being brought to you as we go from the new moon to the full moon. And it's like maybe there's things in the environment that are trying to get you down, or other people or energy that you're running into, Aquarius, that has this dark tone to it. And like your response being like, well, all right, you know, not saying that you don't have feelings or emotions towards it, but it's like, they keep giving me the word sarcasm, which Aquarians are really good with sarcasm, right? And they say that people who have a good sense of humor or understand sarcasm are very intelligent. So, I think you could understand that, Aquarius, right? Like, you have to be able to get it. But, what a weird message. What a weird message. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling is going on. Now, interestingly enough, when I sat in the meditation, I also got a download image of a cobra, a snake, a cobra snake, and it was coming out of a basket, you know, like this. And cobras are really interesting, right? Look up the spiritual meaning of a cobra. Personally, I'm not a fan of snakes, okay? They scare me, but I know I've got some snake lovers on here, and it's not really about whether you like snakes or not. It's about the spiritual meaning, or the symbolism within that, which was like taming this piece of you, Aquarius, that can strike and then go back. And that's the darker part I felt coming out of the Aquarian energy, is like this inner cobra that can be tamed, but also is a little bit unpredictable and strikes when you least expect it, okay? And I actually feel this is coming from the Aquarian energy, but keep in mind, because it's a general reading, someone in your environment or energy may be also embodying that. I know personally, when I dream about a lot of snakes, usually it's indicative of a friend or a family member or someone who's lingering in my energy that does not hold good intentions for me. So for me, symbolically, that's what it means. But figure out what that symbolically means for you, Aquarius, and go from there. So what a download, right? To get us started. Let's get some cards out and see what else is going on, and go a little bit deeper into the general energies. We're going to look at the head space, the heart space, and the bigger spiritual picture for you, Aquarius. So let me get one card out for the overall. You keep getting the Virgo card. Some of you are dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo placements in your chart, but even if you don't, there's just a lot of influencing energy that is similar to Virgo energy, which is encouraging you, Aquarius, to pay more attention to the practical parts of life and to be a little bit more methodical in what it is that you're doing, to keep it grounded as much as you can, to watch being too overcritical. And then they gave me the word overbearing. Because I feel like that could be what I felt lingering underneath, right? And on the other hand of that, there's expansion and the sextile of opportunity coming up. So it's like, if you can do that, it is going to expand your energy and to where you'll be able to explore some new potentials. I don't feel like Aquarian energy has been stagnant, so to speak, but I feel like you're in this place to be ready, right? To receive some new downloads, to receive some new information, and to start planning for other avenues of your own growth. For some of you within finance or careers, for some of you within family. It's like there's going to be these doors of opportunity opening up for you, Aquarius, so pay attention, especially over the next few weeks, where you might have opportunities to connect or network or collaborate with other people on projects. So don't be quick to poo-poo things away. It's like when the opportunity presents itself, they're showing me the Cobra again, strike, right? There's some insight coming as well as some welcomed communication for a lot of you. So stay practical, stay grounded, Aquarius. The energy is really interesting. Some of you have Capricorn influences in your chart. And the reason that I say that is Capricorn, to me, Capricorns are like the kings and queens of sarcastic humor and somewhat bordering, they keep giving me the word sadistic, which I don't want to go there, right? Dark humor, let's say that. So some of you might have Capricorn in your chart or be cuspers. But either way, even if you don't, like I said, I still feel that energy kind of lingering in the Aquarian energy here. Wow, what a beginning to the reading. So, let's get some more cards out for you, Aquarius. I'm feeling so good myself. Feeling alright. Wow, okay. So, Aquarius, let me put it to you this way. If you have someone in your environment, right, and maybe they're not on the same energetic wavelength as you. Maybe you're doing really well and they're not doing very well, or vice versa. I think that's where the underlying darkness is coming from. So just be aware of that. Like, not everybody is going to be happy for you when you succeed. Not everybody is going to be a cheerleader for you, right? But don't take it personal, because their karma is their karma and yours is yours. But if you let that penetrate your energy and then you lower yourself to that level, then you share that karma. So keep that in mind, right? Because some of you, I feel like maybe the reason why you're laughing something off or trying to find a lighter approach or the humor in something is because you're trying not to return karma. Or at least that's what you're being guided to do, okay? But take it as it resonates. That was kind of a side note. I say that as well because you have the Five of Swords and the Three of Cups. Now, some of you, where there was once loss, there will now be celebration, right? Not everything we lose is a loss, okay? And or where there once was defeat, there might be reconciliation. There might be celebrations, like I said, on the table for you. It's like going from this very conflict-ridden energy, whether that be inner conflict with you or you drawing that in from other people, maybe some snakes in the grass of the Aquarian energy field. But then the energy kind of moving past that because you're moving past it. And then things coming together in situations where there used to be conflict, okay? So all of that possible, all of that being presented to you, Aquarius, in this energy right now. And it might guide, they keep giving me that song. And it might have you feeling all right. All right. Uh-huh. Not feeling the good myself. I'm sorry, I keep singing it. Don't click off, guys. I'm sorry. I can't help it. When it's in my head, it's in my head. All right, speaking of what's in your head, let's go there, okay? So we're going to look at the head space first, Aquarius, what's going on in the thought form, the ego. Then we're going to go into the heart space, the emotional space, the soul space, and then we're going to look at the bigger, higher self picture, okay? So first card out is the Two of Cups for your head space here, Aquarius. And didn't I just say that there was a chance for something to come together? For some of you, it's in a relationship with a soulmate or someone that you have a very strong connection with, okay? Or that could be on your mind. Who else did I get? I got that relationships were heavy on Gemini's mind as well. Some of you connecting to Gemini. Let's see. What else? That's it. That's the only thing on your mind, Aquarius. Two of Cups, the Emperor. I just literally felt like someone just touched my face like this. That was really weird. I even got like goosebumps, Aquarius. I don't know if there's something significant about the way someone touches your face or the softness of someone's touch or your touch, but that's what I felt. That was random. Take it or leave it. Temperance. Okay, so Aquarius, these cards really took their time to come out, you know, and I feel like you're taking your time, right, and whatever you have going on, or at least that's what you're being encouraged to do. I heard heed this advice. Take your time. Don't rush things. Find enjoyment, okay? Because I feel like that's going to help you to temper your moods, your emotions as we go through this time frame. You have the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and Temperance. So I feel like Aquarius, certainly relationships are being highlighted within the thought, and it's like this all-knowing, all-seeing essence coming through. You know, I can't tell if that's coming from your higher self or this is your ego showing up, but I feel like there's something here that I heard all-knowing eye. Well, that sounds very much like Aquarian energy. It's just like you know all you need to know about a connection, and I can't tell if that's good or bad. It's like if you were waiting on like further information or communication, I feel like you know all you need to know in order to move on with your life or move forward with the connection, right? Maybe in the past you had some questioning going on, or you were stuck in this headspace, Aquarius, of maybe not seeing the best in this person or the best in yourself even, or just the best in others in general. But it's like now you've seen something, right? You've seen the truth of something, and it's like, okay, now I have all that I need to know to feel satisfied about what I'm going to do about that. It's almost like you're coming out of this indecisive energy, Aquarius, where you may have been split in your mind as to how to perceive someone, or should I, shouldn't I, or you know, maybe seeing two different sides of a person and not really being able to reconcile it in your mind. And then it's like getting to this point, or it has gotten to this point, Aquarius, where it's like, okay, I've seen all that I need to see now. And you've made up your mind, which is making you feel quite satisfied. Okay, it's actually helping you to temper your moods. No longer going back and forth, right? To give you an example, like say you were going back and forth on whether or not to communicate with someone or to reach out to someone. And then after, you know, thinking about it or observing it, you decide without a doubt you are not going to contact that person. Nothing's going to change your mind. If they reach out to you, whatever. Just like this simple act of making that decision and being absolute with it in your mind, like, is allowing you to stop focusing on it and to stop worrying over it, because you know there's nothing to do about it. You're not going to do anything about it. So then it like frees up all this space in your energy to pay attention on other things that satisfy you. And by being able to do that, it also brings in the energy of, wow, my moods don't seem to be as crazy now that I'm not going back and forth on that. And that's what happens. When we're going back and forth on something in our mind, you know, should I, shouldn't I, what, this, that, blah, 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 it it's called split energy, and it makes you feel erratic, and it calls in more erratic energy. So it's like becoming absolute in a decision is what like frees you from that type of energy. And that was just an example. Okay, now some of you that example is going to resonate with because that's your story. For others of you, I'm just giving you, it's just literally an example, but you know what I'm saying. If you've been split of two minds about something, regardless of what it is, it's like once you come to the absolute of this is my plan, then you don't have to think about it anymore. And then you're like, okay, well, now that I've made my mind up about that, what do I want to think about next? And like feeling all this expansion come in within your headspace, like, wow, I have all this time to think about anything else, everything else. And yet, and yet by doing that, Aquarius, it brings in some sort of new door of opportunity, or it allows you to start connecting with people or situations that are on your path, because you're freeing yourself up energetically. When you give off to the universe that you are indecisive, you essentially say, I do not know what I want. Well, the universe cannot perform for you, or law of attraction cannot give you what you want when you are consistently saying, I'm not sure, I don't know what I want. Therefore, you get these mixed results, and it seems very confusing. A lot of people call that stagnation or feeling stuck, and that's what it's from. So it's like, become absolute, whatever it is, you know, absolute in it. And then the energy changes. So let's see what's going on in the heart space then, Aquarius, the Hierophant, the Star. Okay. The Hierophant, the Star, oh my gosh, I didn't even get this. King of Wands, Prince of Discs. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? No. Okay. The Empress, the World, and the Hanged Man. Wow, all this going, here's relationships showing up again in the heart space. Here's your card, Aquarius. It's like, this is becoming absolute in what it is you believe, in what it is that you will do, in what it is that you will give attention to. This is an absolute certainty coming in here. It's like helping you to fuel this creativity within you, Aquarius, and get steady on your feet, which I think is why this earth energy wants to keep showing itself. And then helping you to kind of move forward into the Empress energy, which is patience, which is love, which is your divineness, whether you're male or female. And then having a sense of like feeling the world is at your beck and call, or the world is available to you now. And it's giving you a whole new perspective. Some of you are changing the way, like you're changing the way you think, and it's therefore changing the way that you feel. And we attract through our emotions, not our thoughts. Our thoughts are just like the dictator of our emotions, right? But, wow. So some of you are doing some healing around relationships right now, okay? Could be around a committed relationship or what you're committed to. Definitely could be with a fire sign, but I don't worry about the signs. That's just the one I'm seeing in particular. Could be any zodiac sign. I did see a possibility of making amends or reconciliation here. Going on within relationships. Okay, that could be with friends, that could be with other people. You might notice, Aquarius, people showing up during this time frame that want to come together with you, or that may want to expand with you. Sorry, I was gonna say want to apologize, but I don't honestly feel maybe that that's what it is, although some of you maybe. I actually heard the word expansion, that want to expand with you. it's just like one foot in front of the other. Aquarius, getting really stable emotionally. Hallelujah. Because I feel like Aquarian energy has been a little erratic lately. Okay. Definitely some shadow parts of Aquarius showing up. And I still feel that lingering. But I feel like the reason that this is shifting is because you've made some sort of choice to be an uplifter, or like, I don't want to say make fun of it, but make light of a situation, find the humor in it, you know, find the humor in life, or keep lighthearted about something. Where in the past, maybe you were instead very hypercritical, maybe judgmental, feeling a lot of conflict around life or a situation or a person. But I don't see any dark energy coming in through the heart space. I just see a change of perspective. And it's like opening up the world to you. It's opening up new possibilities to you, Aquarius. See, it's just like once you decide, it has to line up. All right? Once you make an absolute decision, especially when it comes to belief structures, then the universe must conspire to make that correct. They're wanting me to give examples. Okay. So say you have a belief, Aquarius, that if you eat celery every day, that you absolutely will lose 10 pounds. And you line up with that, and you believe that wholeheartedly. Watch as it lines up for you, even if it makes no sense. You know, like, look across the world at all the things people believe in that maybe you don't believe in or you think is really silly. But because that person's belief is so strong, it always proves itself to them. You know, people think beliefs are rooted in truth or like a deep truth, but not really. They're rooted in your deep truth. You know what I'm saying? Beliefs are just repetitive thoughts that you keep thinking. They're thoughts that have a lot of value or weight to them. And they're also usually thoughts where the collective has some sort of consensus about, like other people would agree with you, right? That celery is good for your body. So it's easier for you to believe that, well, if I eat celery, it's low in calories, it's good for my body, it must equal this. Even though that's not an absolute truth, but if that's what you believe and the consensus says so, so it makes it easier for you to believe it, then it becomes more and more true. You know, so, but in the essence of things, from the higher spiritual picture, beliefs are nothing but really dense, conformed thoughts, usually given to us by the rest of society or what the consensus of the majority says. But truthfully, if you have enough gumption, is the word they're giving me, about a belief that you hold, and it doesn't even matter if anyone on this earth agrees with you, if you genuinely believe it, it must be yours. It must become. Okay, so now I'm getting another message, sorry, about just take this as rhetoric and not be hyper vigilant about it. Meaning, like, they don't want you to take what I just told you and then, like, go and write down, you know, a belief that that you don't really believe and try and make yourself believe it. It doesn't really work like that. We don't change beliefs overnight, which is not that easy to lie to ourselves. It's something that has to be gradual, that you have to have some sort of intrinsic motivation towards, that you have to be very conscious about. Sorry, that's a side note. It's like some of you are like, oh, okay, I believe that I weigh 120 pounds and today you weigh 220, you know, or something like that. And that you're not going to wake up tomorrow 120 pounds. However, like I said, if you stay in the awareness that it could be yours, and you slowly over time change those beliefs, you'll notice that you change patterns, and you'll notice that your body gives up the weight a lot faster. I don't know why I'm talking about weight loss. I don't know why. I'm some Aquarians that want to lose weight or something. But it's maybe not even about weight loss. That was just an example they were giving me. But you know what I mean, right? There's a buffer of time. It's hard to change belief structures because they are so dense. But it's not impossible. But anyways, they just didn't want you to get stuck on that part, Aquarius, and be hyper vigilant about it. Anyways. ADD. Let's see what you have going on in the spiritual realm from your higher self. The Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Prince of Cups. Wow. And the Five of Discs. So, here's the underbelly. Here's the kicker. Look at this card, and I can hold it. Kind of dark, right? That's an eyeball underneath the ground, it looks like. This is going from lack mentality all the way towards, what's the word? Abundant mentality. I don't know why that word wouldn't come to me. So where there was once lack, there is abundance, right? I feel like Aquarius, there is a lot of love coming in within relationships, and maybe that was lacking in the past, right? Maybe you were noticing a little bit of drought when it came to love and relationships and the flow of love, and really the drought wasn't coming from other people. It was coming from you kind of blocking yourself off from being the loving person that you are, you know, using justification for why you can't flow love towards yourself or others, and maybe not even doing this on a conscious level, okay? And I think that's what the underbelly energy is about, this kind of darker energy, Aquarius, where you almost kind of became, they keep giving me the word sadistic, but I don't want to go there, but maybe some of you might have taken it there, you know, especially if you have a lot of water placements or Capricorn placements. But it's almost like you kind of took it almost to the negative, where you used some sort of justification for feeling bad as a way to cut someone down in your mind or maybe in actual life. And it was just coming from a place of not really being in a loving space, you know, when it came to maybe that person or yourself or in general. That the last spiritual reading I did, I think, was about Aquarius's shadow. And so I think that's a remnants or resonance coming from the prior reading. Maybe check that reading out. I think it was a month or so ago. But there is the sense of loving oneself again coming into the picture after, you know, needing to walk away from that. You know, and then being more open and available. And because you're opening up your heart chakra, then the universe responds, right, by other people or the world opening up, or people that maybe you've had strife with opening up, right, in divine timing. So I feel this piece of Aquarius becoming more emotionally available, okay, and their heart space opening up, and that's what's allowing the doors of opportunity to open up, okay, because I do feel like when you open up, the world opens up to you, right? And I think some of you have had to learn that the hard way. Because Aquarius, you can sometimes want to emotionally detach to the degree that you close yourself off from the world, you know, not just a person, but the world. Like when an Aquarian is hurt, you might be hurt from one person, but you end up closing yourself off to everyone. It's a very extreme trait of Aquarius. I know, because I'm an Aquarius, I do it. But it's like, then once you open up, then it's like the floodgates open. It's like being completely closed down and then completely opening. It's extremes, right? Let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. Playfulness. That's what I felt. And the Lovers. Playfulness is what's going to get you what you want in relationships. This sense of being light, you know, taking things lightly, not getting overly serious. You know, if someone's trying to clown you, Aquarius, you're going to clown them back by just laughing. I'm not saying laughing at them, but not taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny that I got the clown card because I got that in the weekly zodiac reading, and maybe it was for Leo, I'm not sure. But it was the saying that came to me. That's a popular saying, which I think says something like, instead of asking yourself why you attract clowns, ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. And so Aquarius, that may also apply to you. But there's like this sense of like, just kind of making fun of yourself or making light of a situation and being playful in the energy that brings in more matches for you, a relationship for you, or a union for you, or brings you into union with yourself, you know, out of the shadow into alignment. Because it's not always about another person, right? So let's see what the guidance is. Aquarius. I still have that song in my head. That's the guidance. Memories. This says, your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. It's time to remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So again, there is that need to purge your shadow, Aquarius, especially when looking back on the past or a past relationship. Trying to focus on the good and what good came from that and what good times you had as opposed to the bad. All right. So Aquarius, wow. Let me tell you what zodiac signs I'm seeing. This could be in your birth chart or signs you are dealing with. I have Pisces here. I have Taurus. I have Aquarian energy. I have Leo, a Sagittarian energy, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio. Okay, could be another Aquarius for some of you. Those could be in your birth chart, or like I said, it's a general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Doesn't have to be any of those zodiac signs for this to resonate, okay? But if it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana. Link down below. Please only use the actual links from my description or my about section to get to my Facebook and Instagram. There's a lot of scammers out there pretending to be me, asking for money. Please don't fall for that, guys. Be smart. Be vigilant. I have one Instagram and one Facebook. Both are linked below. Also, for those of you who'd like to donate, you can do so in the About section by clicking on the donation link. Otherwise, I'll leave you there. Aquarius, love you so much. The You versus Them readings will be out next, so stay tuned. Until next time, namaste. Bye.